Hi, I'm Maggie Grove, and welcome to Heart Alchemy Yoga. Today we are doing Bikram Power Yoga Mashup. We're going to mix it all up, do your favorite 26 poses, do some power Vinyasa flow. So just keep a real open mind and enjoy your practice today. If you're interested in these 26 postures and you want more instruction around all the dynamics of them, then watch my 90-minute Bikram Yoga video, and that will completely let you know what's going on. So we're going to start with Pranayama Breathing, and this is our wonderful yogi, Vicki Johnson, who will be doing her yoga class today. All right, so you start with your feet together, toes and heels touching, and interlace all 10 fingers underneath your chin, so your knuckles and chin are glued together. Take a moment to pull up on your thighs, squeeze your glutes, and push your shoulders down away from your ears. And please begin to inhale long and deep by the nose. Elbows go up as you inhale. Exhale, drop your head all the way back, open your mouth, squeeze your hands, palms, wrist, squeeze your elbow tips away from your chest. Inhale, chin goes down, parallel to the floor. Inhaling through the nose, elbows up. Exhale, drop your head all the way back, exhaling by the mouth as you squeeze your hands, palms, wrists, squeeze your elbow tips. Good. Inhale, chin goes down. Chin goes down as the elbows reach up nice and high. Exhale, head drops all the way back. Eyes are open. You're looking up on the ceiling. You're exhaling powerful breath by the mouth. Inhale, chin goes on down. The navel is going to pull in and your ribs will expand here. Exhale, drop your head all the way back. And now pull your navel in towards your spine and feel your ribs wrap around your lungs. Inhale, chin goes down. So just doing this long, slow, steady breath. Exhale, drop your head back. The elbows are up so that your triceps are parallel to the floor as you reach your elbows forward. Inhale, chin goes down. Now the spine is nice and long. The navel's pulled in as you inhale. Exhale, drop your head back, and there's no backward bending. The spine is perfectly straight as you exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, chin goes down. So the legs are nice and strong, feeling grounded through the heels of your feet. Exhale, drop your head back. So we're increasing the lung capacity. We're evening off all the systems of the body for your practice. Inhale, chin goes down. So feel your breath. Move in through the nose, drop down. Fill and expand your lungs. Exhale. The navel pulls in. Use your abdominal muscles to help push all that air out of the body. Good, and let's do 1 more. Inhale, chin goes down. So we're warming up the body from the inside out using the breath here. Exhale, drop your head back. Shoulders push down, and you're reaching the elbow tips forward to really get a nice stretch there as well. And release, arms down by your side. Good, first pose is Halfmoon. Please inhale your arms up over your head sideways. Interlace all 10 fingers, release your index finger and cross your thumbs. Squeeze your arms against your ears. Keep your legs nice and strong, just like you did in the breathing exercise. Inhale, stretch up to the ceiling, and just go right and left several times. Right and left, right and left. So we're just warming up, just feeling a nice stretch down both sides of the body here, right and left. Right and left. And then once you feel like you've gotten a nice stretch, you're just going to come and stop in the middle. The body weight's in the heels of the feet, legs are engaged, arms and ears are glued together. Take an inhale, stretch up towards the ceiling, and gently begin to bend your body to the right as you push your hips out to the left beyond your flexibility. You push your hips out to the left beyond that 90-degree angle. So on this left side of the body, you're feeling a deep, deep stretch from fingertips to the shoulders, through the ribs, hips push out, and you feel a stretch down through the hip down to your ankle bone. Good. You're going to use your right arm, pull on your left arm to deepen this stretch. Pull your navel in, keep your chin away from your chest so your neck is nice and long. You take another breath, you pull the arms, you push the hips out, and change. Come on up, stop in the middle. As you inhale, you lengthen your spine and reach up, and then gently begin to bend the body to the left. So go all the way to the left where you've hit your first point of resistance, and you just stop there and you take a breath or two and reassess the pose a little bit. So the chin is away from the chest, and the arms and ears are glued together, and the right hip is pushing out to the right beyond the flexibility. So once again, that bones to skin stretch all over, inside out of that right side of the body. So you're using that left arm arm to gently pull on the right arm, using your own body, your own strength to start to strengthen and lengthen. Bring the body weight back into the heels. Keep your legs straight. Keep pulling up on your thighs. Come all the way down and change. Inhale up to center. You're going to backward bend. So you're going to squeeze your glutes, push your stomach, thighs, and hips forward. Take an inhale breath, lift your chest up to the ceiling, and now drop your head back and pull your arms back towards your ears. Arms back, eyes back, look back, and go back. Squeeze your glutes, push your hips forward, and pulling the arms back towards the ears. Feel that deep opening all over the front side of the body. Try to pull your arms back a little bit more. Look back. Maybe you can even see the wall behind you. Change. Inhale, come on up to center. Take another breath and forward fold. Come all the way down. Good. From here, let's plant your hands down at the front of the mat for plank pose. You're going to press your palms into the ground and step your feet back into plank, also known as upper push-up. Just take a moment to get organized here. Your shoulders are in line with the wrist. The legs are nice and strong. If this is too much for you, go on down to your knees. Please modify as needed. Take an inhale breath, and then as you exhale, the elbows are going to bend down through chaturanga. Good. Elbow squeeze into the body. Come all the way down. Lay your belly on down the ground. Good. We're going to set up for Cobra Pose. So the legs are nice and strong together. The shoulders are down away from the ears. Elbows are squeezed in tight towards the body. Palms are on the ground. Take an inhale breath and come on up into Cobra as you inhale. Beautiful. And exhale, come on down. We're going to do 4 more called Cobra Push-Ups. Inhale, gently push up into Cobra. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Exhale, come on down. So you can start low and eventually get yourself up higher and higher. Next, inhale, come on up. Elbows are into the sides of the body, elbow tips reaching back towards the hips. Exhale, come on down. I think we're going to do 2 more here. Good. Next, inhale, pushing up into your Cobra, just warming up the whole spine. Exhale, releasing on down. Good. Last one. Inhale into Cobra. Good. Exhale, come on down. And now just bring your forehead down to your mat. Bring your hands back towards your rib cage. And we're going to do upward facing dog. So upward facing dog is the next pose after Cobra. It might not be available to your body just yet, but I wanted to give you this option for your practice. So the legs are nice and strong. Next, inhale breath, push up into upward facing dog. So the whole body comes off the ground. Nice strong arms. Look at the shoulders down away from the ears. Just the tops of the feet are on the floor. If this feels like it's too much, then you're just going to do Cobra for your Vinyasa flow. Take one last inhale here. And as you exhale, push back into downward facing dog. You can push straight back from there. You can always bring your knees to the ground to push back into your downward dog. Great. And this is our first downward dog. Just bend your right knee as you push your left heel down, and vice versa, right and left, right and left. The feet are hip width distance apart. The fingers are spread nice and wide. The arms are strong. Good. And now let's just find some stillness here. The hips are pushing up towards the ceiling. The heels are reaching down to the ground. They may not touch the ground, and that's just fine. Just know that's the direction that they're moving towards. Now, on your inhale, look forward to your hands, and as you exhale, walk your feet up to your hands. On your next inhale breath, you're going to straighten your legs and inhale, halfway lift. Good. Hands go down below the knees. Spine is nice and long. You're going to take an inhale here and exhale, forward fold. Just dive over the legs. Good. On your next inhale, circle your arms and come all the way up to standing. From here, interlace all 10 fingers, release your index finger and cross your thumbs. Take an inhale breath. We're doing Halfmoon again. Stretch up to the ceiling and now bend your body to the right. Good. So you're getting that nice stretch again on that left side of the body. The right shoulder comes forward, left shoulder goes back, left hip a little bit forward, come all the way down, and inhale, come back up to center. Take a breath, stretch up and lift, and now bend your body to the left. The body is nice and straight, like you could fit your body right in between 2 panes of glass with that right shoulder back a little bit, left shoulder forward, left hip forward, come all the way down to your deepest stretch, and change. Come on up. Backward bend. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, drop your head back. And now arms back, eyes back. Just look back and go back. Body weight in the heels. Hips are pushing forward. You're going to come all the way down and stretch on open. And inhale, come back up to center. Take another breath and forward fold. Come all the way down. From here, separate your hands on the floor. You're going to bend your right knee as you push your left knee back, and then bend your left knee as you push your right knee back. Good, just right and left. Keep your heels on the floor as you go right and left, right and left. Shake your head out if you'd like. Good, let's set up hands to feet pose. You're gonna squat down a little bit, and you're gonna grab your heels from behind, like two little steam shovels here. Good. You're gonna bend your knees to get your tummy on your thighs, chest on your knees, drop your head like a bowling ball. Try to touch your face on the legs below the knees. It may not touch today, that's just fine, do what you can. Elbows are wrapping around the back of the legs. Take an inhale breath and begin to push your hips all the way up towards the ceiling. But keep your lower body glued onto your upper body glued onto your lower body. Bending the arms at the elbow. So you're using your arm strength to help lengthen your spine as your hips push up. You're going to take an inhale breath. Then as you exhale, you go a little bit deeper. You have 2 more breaths. Each time you exhale, reach the top of the head down towards the top of the feet as you push your hips all the way up. Good. Now you're going to change and bring your palms on the floor, step back into plank pose. This is called a Vinyasa. You got your plank, lower all the way down through Chaturanga, all the way down to your belly. Your next inhale breath, you can do Cobra or upward facing dog. And next exhale just pushes you back into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, look forward in between your hands. Exhale, bring your feet up to your hands. Next inhale breath will be your halfway lift. Exhale, fold over your legs. Good. Next, inhale, circle your arms. Come all the way up to standing, hands to a prayer, and then pull your hands to your heart center and just take a breath here. We're going to do 3 more of those, called the Sun Salutation A. Please inhale your arms up over your head sideways. Good. Exhale, dive forward and down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the floor, bring your feet back into plank pose, slowly lower your body down. Next inhale will be upward dog or Cobra pose, whichever one feels good for your body. Exhale, pushes you back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, bring your feet up to your hands. Next inhale will be your halfway lift. Exhale, dive over the legs, all that length in the spine. Next inhale, circle the arms, come all the way up, hands go into a prayer, and then pull your hands into your heart. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up, trying to touch the ceiling. Exhale, dive forward all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine. Exhale, plant your hands on the floor, step back into plank pose, same breath, come all the way down. And then whenever you're ready, your next inhale brings you up into Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, pushes you back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, bring your feet up to your hands. Good. Next inhale will be your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Next inhale will circle your arms all the way up, hands to a prayer, and then pull your hands into your heart center. We got 1 more. Would that be 3? Do I know how to count? Sometimes. Inhale your arms up all the way. Good. Exhale, dive forward and down. Inhale is your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the ground, back into plank, lower on down. This is called Vinyasa. You go on down, on your inhale, your Cobra, upward dog. Now, any of the point these Vinyasas are a little too much for you, just hang out in downward facing dog. Maybe you need to take a child's pose. That's okay. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, bring your feet up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle your arms, come all the way up to standing, hands to prayer. Exhale, pull your hands into your heart. Was that 3? Okay, good. Inhale your arms up parallel to the floor. Just say this way, have your right foot steps out to the right 6 inches. You have 6 inches between your toes and your heels. I'll give you a forward view so you have it. Take an inhale and exhale. Sit down like you're sitting in a chair. Good, and the chest is gonna lift up. Looks like this from the front. Maximum body weight's back into the heels of the feet. The arms are nice and strong. Take another inhale breath and change. You're gonna come to standing, keep your arms there. Go high on your toes, maximum like a ballerina. Just get your balance first. When you're ready, you're gonna bend your knees. The knees bend, the spine stays perfectly straight. Not about how low you go. Let's get those heels up in the air as much as you can and change. Come on up, keep your arms there, heels down, go a little bit on your toes, and now squeeze your knees together, wrap your outer thighs and your glutes in. Inhale and exhale, slide down the wall behind you. Come all the way down. If you want a forward view, I'll give you one. Come all the way down here. Good. So your thighs are parallel to the floor, your arms are parallel to your thighs, you're squeezing your knees tight, take an inhale, and as you exhale, you're gonna push on up, all the way up, nice and slow, arms down. Inhale your arms up over your head sideways, exhale, forward folds. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the floor, Vinyasa, here you go. Plank, lower down. If it's too much, what are you gonna do? You can do a downward dog, you can do a child's pose. Just do what you need to do to take care of yourself and what's best for your body for today. Good, inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, bring your feet up to your hands. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, circle your arms, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, let's bring the arms down and let's prepare for awkward pose again. Arms come up parallel to the floor, right foot steps out to the right, take an inhale, exhale, sit on down. The hips are gonna stick back. All the body weight's in the heels. The fingertips are reaching forward so you don't go anywhere. You gotta pull your navel in and lift your chest up. Change, come on up. Body weight into the toes, you're gonna push up nice and high on the heels. You gotta get the heels up as high as you can, and then from here, bend your knees, heels up, hips down, revisit the pose for a moment, and change. Come on up. Bring your heels down, squeeze your knees together, take an inhale, exhale, slide down the wall behind you. We're just gonna visit all these poses. We're just gonna touch on them, get some strength in the body, and gain some flexibility today. Change, you're gonna push all the way up. Good, inhale your arms up over your head sideways, exhale, forward fold. There you go, gonna go through a vinyasa. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, plant those hands down, go back into plank, lower on down, stay with your breath. Have your breath help your body to move. Good, and everyone meets in downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, you can jump or walk your hands up to your feet, whatever works for you in your practice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good, inhale, circle your arms up over your head sideways, and from here, go right into eagle pose. Right arm swings under the left. I'll give you the front view. Right arm under, left thumb in front of your face. Take an inhale. Exhale, sit on down in that chair again. And now swing your right leg high up and over. Try to wrap your toes around the backs of your calves. They may not go there. That's okay. Just point your toes to the right side of the room. You're gonna squeeze your elbows together. Pull your elbows to the floor. Squeeze your knees together. Squeeze your foot around the back of the calf. Change. Inhale, arms up over your head. Good, and now exhale, left arm under the right. So elbows cross, wrists cross, thumb in front of the face. Inhale, exhale, sit down. Inhale, left leg up and over, trying to wrap the toes. We're compressing the 12 major joints of the body. This is gonna be so good. So you gotta sit down, you gotta squeeze everything tight and keep your chest lifted. Change, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, vinyasa. Come on down, just go at your own pace. Listen to your body. You can always bring your knees to the ground if you need to. If you're feeling strong, you wanna keep that strength going, keep on going with that then. Great, inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, bring your feet up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle your arms, come all the way up. Eagle pose, right arm under the left. Right arm under left arm, inhale. Exhale, sit on down. Right leg high up and over the left leg. So we're going for that compression. You're gonna sit down. You're gonna lift your chest up. If you have your toes wrapped around the back of the calf, your right hip will go back and your left hip will go forward to even off your hips. Change, inhale, arms up. And now left arm under the right. Take an inhale, exhale, sit down, left leg high up and over, trying to get your toes around the back of the calf. You're gonna sit down, you're gonna squeeze it tight, 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 and change. Inhale, arms up. Good, exhale, forward fold. Go through your vinyasa. So ideally you're doing one breath per movement, but it depends where your lung capacity is, how your body's feeling today. So just know that is gonna be the ideal. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, bring your feet up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, circle your arms. Come all the way up to standing. Good. Pull your hands to your heart into a prayer position. We're going to do some balancing. We're going to balance first on the left leg. So bring the body weight into your left leg. You're going to pull up on your left thigh, your left glute, navel in, and now please lift your right thigh up so it's parallel to the floor. Look at that. You might just want to stay here, depending what's going on. When you're ready, round forward and grab your foot. So here we go. The left leg is solid. That right thigh is parallel to the floor. The navel's pulled in. Try to get your thumb underneath your foot and your ankle's in alignment with the knee. You can stay here if this is enough. If you want to do more, you can kick the right heel forward, eventually bringing that right leg parallel to the ground. You can stay here if this is enough. If you're moving on, would be the elbows pulling down alongside the calves. Once your elbows go all the way down below the calves, then your chin would go to your chest and your forehead would go to your knee. Good, and change. Come on up. Then both feet land on the ground. Just take a breath. And now you're going to take your right hand. I'll give you a profile as well. You're going to drop down your right hand and pick your right foot up from the inside at the ankle or below the toes. Start with your knees together and bring your left arm up towards the ceiling. Feel your left foot plug into the floor. Reach up through your left fingertips. You take an inhale breath and begin to kick your right foot straight back. Have a pull open your right shoulder. And then as that right foot kicks back, it's going to kick up. And it's going to start to slowly bring your body down as your leg kicks up. You got to stretch and reach to those left fingertips so you don't fall. You got to kick back as hard as you can. Right in the middle, you're going to balance for 3, 2, 1. Change. Come on up. Just take a step back to the middle part of your mat. Please inhale your arms up over your head sideways. Interlace your grip, release your index finger, cross your thumbs. Have your left leg step forward. Lock out your left leg, point your right toes, body goes down, and the leg comes up. So you're gonna look like the capital T as in Tom. Come all the way down. Keep your arms with your ears. Look on the floor, a couple feet in front of your yoga mat. You're gonna point your right toes like you're trying to push a button on the back wall. You're gonna stretch and reach. And now you're gonna drop your hands to the ground. You're gonna move it into a standing split. You're just gonna lift up that right leg as high as it feels good for you. Really allow yourself to feel your body and what your body needs. Feel whatever stretch you got. If you're letting your head drop, if you want to, you can grab onto that left ankle or keep your hands on the floor or use blocks. It's all good. You have one more inhale here. Good, and you're gonna change. You're gonna bring both hands to the floor. You're gonna step back into plank pose and go through a vinyasa. And if the vinyasa is too much, you do a downward dog. Inhale, look forward to your hands, and exhale, bring your feet up to your hands. You can jump or step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle your arms. Come all the way up to standing. Hands pulled to a prayer into your heart center. Now let's bring your body weight into your right leg. Pull up on that right thigh, and your left thigh is going to lift up parallel. Good. This is a great start for a lot of people. This is step one. Next step, round forward and grab your foot. Interlace your fingers, keeping your thumb included. See how that left thigh is down and parallel to the floor. You're not lifting it up. It stays down. Okay, you're balancing. You move on. You kick the left heel forward. So the toes flex back and the heel kicks forward. If you can get that left leg locked out and parallel and still balance on your right leg, then your elbows are going to pull down alongside your calf. Once those elbows dip all the way down below the calf, then you bring your chin to chest, forehead to knee. You got 3, 2, 1, and change. Good. Bring your feet together. Take a breath. And then you're going to take your left hand. So here the left palm is faced up. The hand drops straight down, and she picks up her foot from the inside. The right arm's going to come up towards the ear. Right fingertips reaching up, right foot digging down. Take a breath and begin to kick that left foot straight back. The grip on the left foot is so that your left shoulder can open. If it feels funky, you might be grabbing your foot wrong. Good. Here she goes. Stretching and reaching the right fingertips forward. You're kicking that left foot back as hard as you can. You're kicking it up towards the ceiling for 3, 2, 1, and change. Come on back. Good. Take a step to the middle of your mat, a little bit to the back. Inhale your arms up over your head sideways so you have the Bikram grip, squeezing the arms against the ears. Now step forward on your right foot. Point your left toes, and you go on down. Body down and leg up, just like a tabletop here. Good. Nice and steady. Keep the balance on the right leg. No broken umbrellas. You got to lock out your elbows and lock out your knees. You're not bending anything here. Just stay nice and strong. Body down a little bit more. Leg up. There it is. Good. And change. Bring your hands to the ground. Standing split. You're going to lift your left leg up. Now, what feels good for you? You can keep that right leg straight. You might want to put a little mini micro bend in that right knee, and that's fine too. And the leg lifts up. The head drops down. You just take a couple of breaths here. Each time you exhale, you're just releasing a little bit deeper into the pose. Good, and now let's change by stepping back into plank pose, Vinyasa. So, like I said, you can do a down dog, you can do what you need to do. We, Heart Alchemy, we want you to take care of you and your body, and that's why we are teaching these videos for you. Good. Please inhale your right leg up nice and high, and now swing your right foot on through. You're going to set up Warrior Two. Spin the left heel on the floor and windmill the arms on up. This is your Warrior Two. Beautiful. So the arms are up parallel to the ground. That right thigh is bent. We're going to go into a triangle pose. The palms are going to flip to the front of the room and come on down. Right elbow down in front of the right knee. Fingertips are reaching down in between the big and the second toe. Eyes look up past your fingertips on the ceiling. If it's too much on your neck, you can just keep your chin parallel to the floor. Left leg is nice and strong. You're going to stretch and reach the arms apart. Good, and then come on up from your triangle pose, and then Vinyasa. Windmill the hands down to the ground, step on back into plank. Using your breath, trying to stay conscious of your breath. If you feel like you're having a hard time breathing, you might need to take a downward dog and skip a Vinyasa. Great, inhale your left leg up nice and high, then swing it on through your hands. Good, set up your Warrior Two, spinning the right heel down, arms come on up. There you go. Plant your feet on down. Flip your palms to face that back wall and go on in. Left elbow in front of the left knee. Stretching the fingertips down in between the big and the second toe. This triangle might be a little different than the one if you haven't done the 26 postures before. Here, the left elbow's pushing against the left knee and trying to get down in between the big and the second toe. There's no body weight on that hand against the floor. You got to use a lot of abdominal strength. Good. Change. Come on up, and then just windmill on down into a Vinyasa. So if you really want a detailed description of all the poses, check out the 90-minute Bikram video that I have on this channel. Great. Here we go. Inhale your right leg up, swing it on up, and swing it on through. You're going to set up your Warrior Two now on this side. Good. Flip the palms, take a breath, go into triangle pose. So we're revisiting triangle pose. Here you go. Pushing the right elbow against knee, stretching those arms apart. There's a little bit of a spine twist with the left shoulder back and right shoulder forward. Good, and change. She's gonna come on up, straighten out the right leg, bring your toes in now and the heels out. And take an inhale breath, and as you exhale, forward fold. Come all the way down. Good. From here, you can grab onto the outsides of the feet, or if you're flexible, grab behind at the heels. You want to step on your fingertips. If your knees are bending, just work on straightening out your knees. Once your legs are straight, you take an inhale breath, and as you exhale, begin to bend your arms at your elbows. Beautiful. So you're using your upper body strength to stretch forward and down. Take an inhale breath, and as you exhale, you just go a little bit deeper. Good. Shoulders are down away from the ears. You're just going to pull a little bit harder. Good, and then change. Come all the way up. Inhale your arms up over your head, hands to prayer, thumbs crossed. Vicky's gonna pivot to, the feet go in a little bit, and you pivot to face to your right. Let's bring your feet a little bit closer in. They're only about, there you go, about 3 feet apart. Pushing that left hip forward, trying to get the 2 hips in one line. Take an inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, suck in your belly, round on down through the spine. You're gonna come all the way down. Good. Get your forehead to your knee. So separate your hands on the floor to help with your balance. The forehead pushes into the knee. We want to get some compression there, that pineal and the pituitary gland. The spine is rounded here, so we're compressing once again. The middle part of your spine is the highest point up to the ceiling as you gently push your forehead into your knee and change. Palms come together, round up through the spine, come all the way up. Good, nice and steady. And let's just go forward and down through a Vinyasa. Very nice. Please inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, bring it on through. Set it on up. Warrior two. Come on in. You just settle into warrior two for a breath. Triangle pose. Left elbow in front of the left knee. Left elbow gently pushes against the left knee. The arms stretch and reach apart. That right leg is solid. Take one more breath. Good, and then come on up. Straighten out the legs. Bring your toes in and your heels out. Pull up on your thighs. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way down. Get a nice grip onto the heels. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, begin bending the arms at the elbows. Body weight goes forward into the toes. Eventually, your forehead is going to touch the floor in between those toes. If you're really flexible, bring your feet in a little bit closer together. If you can't grab onto your feet yet, grab onto your ankles, grab onto your calves. Just hold somewhere on your legs and just gently keep pushing the knees back. Change. Come on up. Pull up on the thighs. Good. Let's bring the feet in a little bit closer. Arms up over your head. Actually pivot this way. Up. So there we go. So right hip goes forward, left hip goes back. Take an inhale and exhale. Chin to chest, round the spine. So you really got to pull the belly in, suck your belly in so it's up and off of your thigh. Forehead is going to go down to the knee. There you go. So the forehead pushes into the knee, and eventually that front leg is going to straighten out. And once that front leg straightens out, you can bring your hands back into prayer and work on some balance in the pose. Change. Round on up. The right hip goes forward a little bit as you come all the way up. There it is. Just take a breath, and let's go through a vinyasa. There you go, all the way down. The inhale opens the front side. Exhale is going to push you on back. Good. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, circle, come on up. There it is. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms all the way up. Hands pull the heart into a prayer. Good, and just pivot to face the camera for tree pose, starting with the right leg. So left leg is nice and solid. You use both hands to pick up your right foot up nice and high. You grab it from the inside with your left hand, right hand to your heart. You can stay right here, tree pose. I'll hold the tree pose, and then Vicky will go into toe stand. So you're going to bend your body from the lower spine all the way down to the floor. Your hands go on the floor, body weight into your hands. You bend your knee and sit your hip down on the heel. Walk your fingertips back towards your hips. Push your fingertips away from the floor. Suck your belly in, and then when you're ready, you can bring your left hand up, and then your right hand. And then when you're done, change. Hands go in front of you. You push the body all the way up. And releasing that right leg down. Very nice. And now you have the right leg nice and strong. Picking up your left foot from the inside with your right hand. So half lotus here. Left hand to the heart center, and then when you're ready, you can move on into toe stand. Now, if you're staying in tree pose, you can bring your right hand up into a prayer position as well, as long as your foot doesn't slip, but mine usually slips, so I just hold on to it. Good, as you work on balance with the toe stand, keep your eyes one spot on the floor. Beautiful, change, come on up. Good, and we'll release the leg down. Thank you, Vicky, for a lovely standing series. And now you're going to lay on down on your mat. Whichever way you want to put your head is fine. So you're just going to lie down on your back. And so you lie down on your back. You just take a breath. You just take a moment just to feel your whole body against the floor. And we're going to move on into wind removing pose. You're going to bend your right knee, please. Interlace all 10 fingers on top of your right knee and pull your right knee down towards your right shoulder. You just pull until you feel a compression in that right hip joint. If the right rib cage is in the way, the knee goes out a little bit to the right. Change. Please bring your leg down and inhale your left leg up. Interlace your 10 fingers. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull the knee down towards your shoulder. Be sure that right leg is long on the floor. If your right calf is off the floor, then flex your right foot to make that right leg long on the floor. Good, change. Both legs lift up and elbows go into the palms of your hands. If you can't grab onto your elbows, grab onto your forearms or your wrists. You can grab your hands, or you can grab like a washcloth or a cloth there if you can't, if they're far apart. The knees are hugging into the chest. The spine is nice and long on the floor, and the two big toes are side by side. Change. Release your legs down. Really good for digestion, your hip joints, all that stuff. Good. Just roll over onto your belly. And we're going to do some spine strengthening. We have done a lot of cobra and upward dogs. So we're going to move right into half locust pose. So the palms are going to flip to face the floor. Then the arms go underneath your body. So your hands should look like this, the two baby fingers side by side under your body. If you can't get your hands or your elbows under your body, start to get your hands, your wrists, your elbows. The chin is out, the neck is long on the floor, and just inhale your right leg up. So to 45 degrees, bring it up a little bit more. There it is. The right hip is down onto the right forearm. Change. Please bring your right leg down. Inhale your left leg up. Oh, good. Up a little bit higher. There it is. The left hip is down. Want that compression. This is good for your joints. Change. Bring it on down. This pose is great for carpal tunnel, arthritis, tennis elbow. It's going to rejuvenate all the joints, synovial fluid, all that good stuff. You can do both legs. So your mouth is down on your yoga mat. Squeezing your legs together. Take an inhale breath. Exhale. Both legs lift up and go up. Push your body weight forward to your chest and your shoulders using your hands. Gonna squeeze your butt, lift the legs up a little bit higher, and release. Bring it on down. Beautiful. Bring your arms out from under your body. Full locust pose, arms out to your sides, palms face the floor, touch your toes, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, breathing, begin. Lift up and go up. So the upper body lifts off the floor, the legs lift up off the floor, the hips are pushing down as everything lifts up for 3, 2, 1. Release. Very nice. Floor bow, bend your knees and grab your feet from the outside. Now, if you have a hard time grabbing onto your feet, you might want to use a yoga strap or a towel. Let's push your hips into the floor. First, good. Inhale, breathing. Begin to kick your toes back. It's going to pull open your shoulders, and then you kick them up towards the ceiling, bringing the upper body up off the floor. Let those shoulders open. Got to kick back a little bit harder to get those shoulders to open as you lift everything up and change. Come on down. Very nice. Turn your head to the right. Have your arms by your side. Just take a breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. Please bring your hands to the floor and push your body up to sit your hips on your heels. We're going to move into fixed firm. So come to about the middle or top. Come to the middle of your mat for the next couple poses. So you're going to sit your hips down on the heels. And then from here, you're going to open up. You're going to separate your feet and sit your hips down in between the heels. It's okay for your knees to open up a little bit here, but no wider than your hips. This is your first part right here. Hands on the floor. See what's going on. If you've got knee issues, stay here. Don't go any further. You could even sit on a block if you needed to. But if you have ready to move on, right hand goes to right foot, left hand goes to left foot, the right elbow will touch the ground, and then the left elbow will touch the ground. Maybe this is good. If you need more, the head drops back, the shoulders relax on the floor, and the last and final step is to bring the elbows into the palms of the hands. Now, wherever you are in this pose, the knees are gently pushing down to the ground, and the knees are gently pushing in a little bit closer together. But Bikram would always say, you can mess with the gods, but you can't mess with your knees. So really, really be gentle with your body here. The stomach and chest are lifted up to the ceiling, so you have a nice natural human bridge. Good, and change. Come on up, one elbow at a time. And from here, you're just gonna bring your legs straight out in front of you, so you have that deep compression. So now we want all that fresh everything to flow through gently. Let's flex the toes back. Inhale your arms up towards your ears, and exhale. Just dive forward and down. If you can grab your feet, great. If not, hold on to your ankles or your calves. Let your head just hang. Let your spine just round, and just take a few breaths here. Inhaling by the nose, and each time you exhale, you just surrender a little bit deeper into the stretches. Each time you exhale, you can just kind of melt. Let the pose deepen itself by just using the breath. Good, and change. Come on up. Let's move into half tortoise. So now you're going to sit your hips down on the heels. Inhale your arms up over your head sideways, and the palms form a prayer. Thumbs are crossed. Navel pulls in, so the spine is long. Take an inhale and exhale, forward fold. Come all the way down until your forehead is going to touch the ground. Good. So here in half tortoise, the arms are off the floor. Just your little baby finger, your pinky finger is on the floor. So forearms and wrist are up. The chin is away from the chest. You can bring a little bit of body weight forward, body weight onto your forehead, and use that as leverage just to feel your whole entire spine lengthen as your hips sink down into the heels. Squeeze your arms against the ears, pull your navel in, and inhale, come on up. So the belly is in, beautiful. Keep that spine long, and then bring your arms down by your side. And please stand up on your knees. You can do 6 to 8 inches in between the knees for Camel Pose. Please bring your palms to your lower back. So the fingers are down, thumbs are on the outside. The elbows go a little closer together, opening your chest. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, drop your head back. This is your first part. You can stay here if this is enough. And if you're ready to move on, right hand to right foot, left hand to left foot. If you cannot grab your feet yet, just keep your hands on your lower back. Ideally, just like this, the hips and the knees stay on top of each other. If anything, the hips push forward. The hips are going to push forward. Awesome stretch all down that front side of the body. Take a couple of conscious breaths here as long as it feels good for you. And then you're going to change. Come on up, one hand at a time. And sit your hips down on the heels. And just bring your knees together. Just bring your palms flat onto your thighs. And just take a breath. There's some really big poses, some big openings. So if you need to take an extra couple breaths in between the poses before moving on, once again, please do so. I want you to take care of yourself. Great, let's move on. We're doing rabbit pose. You're gonna grab your heels from the outside. It's kind of a loose grip to start. Your thumbs are on the outside. Take an inhale breath, and as you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round down through the spine. The belly's gonna pull all the way in. And then ideally, the forehead and knees are gonna touch. And then you're going to push your hips up towards the ceiling. Now, if your forehead and knees are not touching, body weight on top of the head, and the knees walk up one by one. They may not touch your forehead and your knees, but just know that's what you're going for. The hips push up so high that your arms straighten out. You can really get a good grip on those heels here. And then you look up at your belly, you suck it in up off of your thighs, and you breathe, and you feel your whole entire spine start to open. Good, and gently change. Round on up, head will come up last. Very nice. Let's do some separate leg stretching. Why don't you just pivot to face the front. So the right leg is gonna come out corner-wise, and then bend your left knee. Inhale your arms up over your head sideways, interlace your grip, and you go on down to the right. Try to grab your foot. Now let's say you cannot grab your foot yet. You're gonna first grab your foot and bend your right knee as much as you need to so you can grab your foot. From there, the forehead and knee touch, and then your forehead gently pushes down on your knee, helping you to lengthen out that right leg, and the left shoulder is gonna roll in and down. Once you get that right leg long on the floor, you can start to bend your arms at the elbows. Change, please come on up and switch out your legs. Take an inhale and exhale, going on down to the left. So once again, bending your left knee so that you can grab your foot. Have a nice interlaced grip here. The knee can bend and the forehead goes to the knee. Once again, that forehead pushes into the knee, helping the leg to lengthen, and the right shoulder rolls in and down. And the most important thing is that you're breathing. And each time you get in these poses, just trying to take a couple of conscious breaths here. Each time you exhale, you can go a little bit deeper. It might not be a big visual deeper, but just that feeling that you're just gonna dive in, just go deep, and you're gonna feel your body and change. Come on up. Spring both legs out in front. Just bring your hands down to the floor on your sides and kind of just walk your hips back right and left a few times. Just kind of move them. Good. Then inhaling the arms all the way up, and exhale. You're going to forward fold. You're going to grab onto your toes with these first 2 fingers. Good. And let's say, oh, you can't grab your toes, because that's a pretty big stretch to grab your toes. Then you're going to bend your knees and grab your toes, and you're going to take an inhale. And exhale. Vicky's going to bend her arms at her elbows and pull, because she can grab her toes and her spine is long. She's going to pull her upper body forward. But let's say your spine is rounding, you can't get your legs out there, then you're just going to inhale into that long spine. And as you exhale, keep your spine long and inch your heels forward. Eventually your legs will straighten out on the floor. Let's take one more breath here. Good. And then releasing from the pose. And let's set up a spine twist. Bending your left leg on the floor, bringing the heel of your right foot over the corner. Good. The right arm is going to go behind you. It's like a kickstand to make your spine long. Inhale your left arm up and then over. Try to grab your knee that's down on the floor You might not be able to grab your knees. You can grab onto your towel or your yoga mat. Chin looks over your shoulder, and you start to twist your spine. The right shoulder is going back a little bit. If you can balance here, keep your spine long without your right hand, you can wrap your right arm around and grab onto your inner thigh or onto your tank top. You just take an inhale breath, and as you exhale, you're just going to twist your spine lower, middle, and upper. Good, and change a little counter twist if you'd like. And then when you're ready, just switching out your legs. Now let's say it's really hard for you to even bend your bottom leg like that. You can always have that bottom leg out straight if you needed to. Good, left arm behind you, inhale, arm up, and then over. Good, now chin looks over the shoulder. The navel's gonna pull in. That's gonna help you to twist your spine by using your abdominal strength. That left arm, if you can keep your spine long, you can wrap it around, grab onto what you can. Use that as leverage to help you twist. Each time you exhale, you just twist a little bit deeper and take one more breath. Good, and change. Come on out. And let's set up for final breathing. So you're gonna sit your hips on the heels. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you to sit this way, you can sit in easy pose with your legs crossed if that's better for you. Let your belly hang out and be heavy. This is called Bhakti breathing, also known as breath of fire. So what it is as you exhale, your navel is gonna pull into your spine. It's like blowing out a candle. Shh, shh, give you a profile. It goes shh, shh, shh. So don't focus on your inhale, just focus on your exhale. If this is a new breath for you, just know if you start to feel a little bit dizzy or wobbly that you're doing it wrong. So take a few long, deep breaths and then join back in when you're ready. It's like blowing out a candle, okay? Palms are flat, belly's relaxed, shoulders are down. Take an inhale breath and begin. Five, four, three, two, one. Very nice practice at home. And Vicki, thank you so much for practicing with us today. And now you get to lie down in your final Shavasana. So you're just going to lie on down. You can open up your legs a little bit wider if it feels good. Your arms further from your body. Your palms face up towards the ceiling. And you just close your eyes. Let your eyes feel heavy into their sockets. Allow the floor to support the weight of your body. And let's take an inhale breath. And as you exhale, exhale down your legs, out through the soles of your feet. And take another inhale breath. And as you exhale, exhale down your arms, out through the palms of your hands. And relax your forehead and your eyebrows. You've done some really hard work today. This was quite a power mashup Bikram video that we got to do and practice together. So if you do want some more instruction around those 26 Hatha poses, watch the 90-minute Bikram video on this channel, or if the Vinyasas were a little fast for you, I know there's videos on this channel that go a little bit slower. So thank you so much for practicing. I hope you feel great. Namaste.